Okay, we are live.
Okay, well, I'll call a special meeting to order, February 9th, 2022. Can I get a motion to approve this agenda? Second?
Okay.
Motion made second to approve the agenda. All in favor, say
Alright.
aye. Motion approved. Farmers Market, Linda.
Hi, everybody.
You wanna tell us a little about yourself?
Well, I've been doing farmers markets probably since 2007 as a vendor. I have been coordinating the Cannon Falls, market, for this will be my fourth year, actually, coming up for 2022. I know a lot of the vendors here in Goodhue.
Have you been here before?
I've been here for two years past now.
As a vendor, correct?
As a vendor,
Yeah.
that's correct. And I know most, not, I'd say about half the vendors. I know a lot of them are vendors also at Cannon Falls or some other markets that I do. I typically do 2 to 4 markets a year, as a vendor. And I do help the gentleman, Arlen Lamb, who runs the Farmington market. I help him a little bit, especially with the COVID. He wasn't sure how to handle it in 2021, so I helped him with that. We went through a special COVID, the COVID regulations.
Protocol.
And the hand washing station and such. I haven't dealt with anything like, I know, someone ran a cop program, we haven't done anything like that. And we don't take anything like, I've never had to work with anything like EBT or SNAP benefits or anything like that. That's my experience in a nutshell.
Oh, do you think you'd be willing to, they've got classes for that, don't they?
Yes, they do, yeah.
You willing to, excuse me, willing to go there
For which we,
for classes like Celine did?
oh, yes, definitely.
Where do those classes go?
It's in the cities, I thought. You have to ask Celine.
What is the hardest part of running the market?
The hardest part, well, 2 things. Sometimes vendors don't get along too well, so you have to deal with that. And very infrequently you have a vendor that doesn't have the right documentation, like a tax ID or the cottage food, and you ask them to get one, and they refuse to get one, and they still keep coming to the market. So it kind of gets to be a touchy situation there.
It's probably good to have the local police number handy.
Right, yes, and it's
Yeah.
never gotten to where I've had to call the police, but, we've had to move vendor spots so they weren't near each other anymore and things like that. And that doesn't happen a lot too, but it does occasionally, and I've never seen it happen, by the way.
How many vendors do you typically have in Cannon Falls?
It varies. We've had as many as 19, and as few as 4. It depends on the time of the year. Mostly we have around between 12 and 14 on any given day. And then once a year we have a harvest festival in September. And that one, last year we had 32 vendors at that one.
What do you think about doing that here too then, a harvest festival kind of thing?
If it would be, people would be open to it, sure. Cannon Falls, we opened it to more than Tupperware or Avon there as well, or, and more crafters too, so it was open to everybody.
That'd be cool, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
at least for a, you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
It does bring a lot of people.
right.
So you would have mostly, the farmer's market, you know, not the Tupperware or that
Right,
type of thing for the most part.
right,
Okay.
it's typically the food vendors, and the handcrafters. And, I guess I kind of have a question for you. Do you have a limit on how many of the same product you bring into your market? Is there a committee that reviews it? Some markets do, some markets don't.
I don't,
Not that I know.
Celine's never mentioned that. So.
No, I think she kind of probably, I was talking to her and she just said that she, could have had more, beef vendors maybe, so that they would be more consistent or whatever, but that was just a thought of hers, you know?
Yeah.
Because there were one or two that would be there at different times or whatever, so, I don't know.
Okay, but you don't have any, ground rules, like you can only have 2 pork producers or 2 honey producers or anything like that?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I think anybody we can get would be grateful to have on the town.
But,
Yeah, I think so.
I
So
doubt
there must be some rules somewhere
yeah, you would think.
that the city would have set up.
Well, Celine had everything.
Okay,
She went to the farmer's market classes at the cities and that,
okay,
so we just let her run with it.
okay, so you guys, okay.
Maybe
So,
we could find out what she has and she could bring it.
And I know Matt was gonna set up a meeting
Oh,
with Celine to find out what she had on certain things.
and, you know, like she has said, you can call her, and that's not an issue, just, find out how, things are here compared to, there might be some differences, I don't know what they would be,
Right,
But
every
whatever.
market's a little bit different, so.
and however you do it would be fine.
Going back to the idea of how many particular vendors, I think we needed probably more vendors to come in, you know, and
Yeah,
that would be something that hopefully, you know, I
I
don't know
don't,
if you have any ideas how to draw in more, or, you know, get more here, but if you have contacts around, that maybe you can draw, you know.
yeah, there's a couple of groups that I can post to see if there'd be any vendors interested.
Then that, and how do we get more people from town to attend too, right? I mean, that's probably what they need, is more people to come, so, or from the surrounding area, you know. Yeah,
sometimes it's pretty busy, other times it's not. But
yeah.
Pretty good,
mhm.
But we just want to be up.
Yeah. Yes, that's right.
What was the first weekend? I didn't know. The first weekend,
For the market.
yeah, when it started,
She has all that, I thought it was in June,
It was the middle of June,
middle of
Yeah.
June.
middle of June,
I was thinking like the 14th or the 18th, something like that.
somewhere around in there, that's when it usually starts.
So, would Wednesday work for you?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Do we have a salary set? Oh,
I think there was.
We paid Celine,
yeah,
I can't remember what,
Yeah,
I mean,
I had another book, I'm sure it's still in there, yeah.
we can find that, Phil. I don't know what your expectations were, or if you had a range in
I
mind.
didn't,
Okay,
I just, you know, I guess I should have asked you this up front, is it okay if I still vend down in the market? If that's okay with you?
I don't have an issue with it.
I mean, if things are running the way they should, and if people have questions, if they know that you're the person to go to, I don't see that that's a big issue.
Shouldn't be, I mean,
Most
just-
markets the market manager coordinator is usually a vendor also on the site. Because it's kind of hard for people who don't have a reason to be there to come
Right.
every Wednesday night.
Good thought.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
thought.
There was a committee that was set up to help, because if for some reason you're not able to be there, maybe you get sick or whatever, then, to have somebody else cover,
That's what she said.
or maybe the people, for one time can maybe take care of it themselves, I don't know, that's probably not a good idea.
Well,
What do you do?
what we generally do in Cannon Falls is if I can't be there, I mean, I can't get sick or I'm on vacation, I have a seasoned vendor who I depend on, and they know what to do. And I let them know in advance. I still do any of the social media stuff or anything like that, they just have to make sure that, and the vendors pretty well know where to go by August, so they know their spots, so
So do you have a price range in mind, or
I don't know,
we were paying her $17.50 an hour?
okay. And then would you pay for hourly time?
That would have to look.
Because, I mean, if I'm at the market vending, then I shouldn't bill you for any time.
You got, you got clean up and set
Clean
up.
up and setup though would be different.
Right.
And can you do that on your own, the setting up and then taking down afterwards? Or
Yeah,
do you need, or do the vendors help with that, or?
usually the vendors could help, I wasn't sure, I know, now she had a separate tent, and I was wondering if we could just have a table instead of a separate tent. I think she had the tent because she didn't want to be in the sun.
Mhm.
But I could have, and when I did at Cannon Falls during COVID, I had the table next to my booth, and then people could come up and the hand washing station and everything. Sorry.
Oh, I just thought it was me, but I guess it ain't. I don't have my phone with me.
I thought it was a wind chime out there.
I mean, that's,
Nice.
but all that can be set up with Celine too.
Okay.
She's gonna be your biggest help, start up too, as long as she's willing to help you get started.
Yeah, and I know she put out signs and, I know she had the table with the top on it.
And then she also arranged for the food vendor to come, correct?
Yeah, that was
Like
part
a
of that.
food truck.
A food truck, okay.
Right?
Firebird Pizza.
Yeah, and then there was another one too, I thought.
That was Bjorn, did Bjorn have a barbecue? Yeah.
Yeah,
Steve
so-
Bjorn, yeah.
Yeah. And, I thought maybe we work something out, even if you're vending, that you get something, because you're still overseeing the market,
Mhm. Yeah.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah,
and maybe it's,
absolutely.
less during that time than other, I don't know what everybody else is thinking, but, it's not like you're.
We're still kind of in charge, yeah.
Yeah, you resolve the responsibility at all, so there probably should be something we could still,
Mhm.
do there.
Yeah, cause there would be placing the signs too, I know Celine put out signs.
And if vendors have problems, then you gotta get into it, you know? I mean, so,
Yeah.
Well, hopefully not,
well, I know, but,
Start throwing tomatoes at them to calm them down.
Well, this is helpful.
Yeah. That's Jason's idea.
Well, I know, people get pretty rowdy at them things, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I think it's kind of, we're just kind of treading on new water. We wanna get somebody in there, certainly you've had some expertise in that, and I think with you and Celine kind of communicating together, I think you could probably come up with some workable ideas and some solutions, and Celine said she's more than happy to help.
Okay.
I think anything that we can just continue to grow on what we have, we're certainly appreciative of any kind of advice, expertise that you could bring from the success of the Cannon Falls market. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, you just have to keep moving forward with it,
Right.
you know? Celine has done a nice job, and if we can just kind of keep it going, I think we could draw more people in. I like your idea of something in the fall with more like a harvest.
You know, like a harvest.
Yeah, because people do like that kind of stuff to come out
Yes.
for that.
How long has the Goodhue Market been running?
So we had 1, 2, 3, 4 years, it'll be the 5th year.
This will be the
Mhm.
And we got 2 up here, 1 down here, and then we move back to here.
Is it gonna be up here at the depot again?
Yeah, the way, the people that own it now said they wanna keep it there, so,
Okay. That gave the vendors more room
yeah.
too.
Down
Yeah,
here,
very well.
down here, you got in there, and it's cramped up, and you couldn't, like here, you can come in and wanna go out the other if you want.
Yes.
You know, down here, everybody's in and out the same driveway, and it got pretty cramped.
I'd like to see you set up where Celine used to set up,
Okay.
because people would
People
know
know. Yeah.
that's where where she always stood, kind of in the corner there.
Right. And
And
I
so-
think she had a sign in front too.
Right, and you're kind of right on the corner, so I think people kind of are used to that. And so they would get to know your face and that you're in that corner booth there. Yeah.
The salary that was mentioned, that's not fair to you?
Yeah, that's.
And do we need to make a motion for salary, or?
Yeah, we gotta make a
Yeah,
motion to
hire
hire
her.
Anna Sarah.
Well, the one thing I was thinking about the salary, so it's almost 18, so pay her half for while she's vending,
I don't have an issue, I mean,
or do,
I think you're being very fair, yeah.
would that be fair to you then, or?
That's fair. At Cannon Falls, I guess they just, you know, like a flat fee for doing it.
Well, I think we did that the first year, yeah, something tells me the first year we gave her 1,000, 1,500 or something, I can't remember what it was. Remember that?
I don't remember what we did.
Because actually,
And I don't think it was enough.
this, yeah, I know, but this blew my mind because I was sitting there thinking we paid her a set deal for the summer.
But I don't care.
I mean, if you wanna go here, let's say 1750, and let's say you wanna go 9 for what she's selling, I don't have an issue with that.
I'm fine either way.
Yeah, as long as it's fair, you know.
Yeah, if you think it's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, let's get a motion to hire her.
Fine.
Do I get a second?
I'll second it.
Motion is made and second to approve Linda Height as our new, market manager for farmer's market. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Now for pay, you wanna make that a motion, Wayne, or?
Sure, I motion that we, pay her $17.50 an hour, as the farmer's market manager, and, half, or $9 an hour during the time she's also vending. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Do I get a second?
I said,
Motion made and second to pay Linda $17.50 an hour for being the market manager and $9 an hour for when she's vending. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion's carried. Thank you for coming on.
And I would just say, if these salaries don't seem fair, or you think you need something else, come back to us. you know,
yeah.
but I mean, we're more than open to hear
Yeah.
what's going on.
And if you have any issues, get hold of Jill, cause she'll get hold of me, or
So if anything is needed for the farmer's market, it will go through.
Yeah,
your council
yep.
through you,
And,
Jill.
and I'll work with Mitch and you, and give you some more information of what we all have, and Selena as well. And I have your phone number here and your email address.
Okay, oh, great, okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having a special meeting, I appreciate it.
And you're
no
welcome.
problem, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Parts if you want. That we have them on hand just in case.
So can I get a motion to close this meeting?
I'm gonna make a motion to close the special meeting.
Second.
Motion made second to close this special meeting, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion's carried.
Does this go offline now?
No, do you want it to?
Yeah, for till 6 o'clock.
That was like 4 or 5 minutes fast there too.
Yeah, yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
need a more accurate clock.
Well, we just turned it back 4 minutes, right, because I come in right at 5:30 and I.
You're the mechanic, get up and